pregnant and tired, and I just had to take the 3-hour glucose test. This is the 5th time I've taken the test, and it sucks. But I was reading this book while I was waiting for 3 hours, and there's something I wanted to share. If you don't know where to start with like money books or budget books or anything, this is a really good one as like a starter book. But in here he talks about the like theory of happiness and things that create happiness. In the early 1900s, psychologists were obsessed with like depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, like all the sad, depressing parts of like your human psychology. And there's one guy that said, I don't think that's quite true. I think people tend to be happier than we give them credit for. And so he studied happy people and some of their advice, what they value in life, and here's some of the outcomes. He asked a bunch of people, not a single person said that to be happy, you should work as hard as you can to make money to buy the things you want. Not a single person said it's important to be at least as wealthy as the people around you, and if you have more than they do, that's the real success. Not one person said you should choose your work based on your future desired earning power. The things that people did value were quality friendships, being a part of something bigger than themselves, spending quality, unstructured time with their kids. And to sum it all up, controlling your time is the highest dividend money pays. This hit home for me. It's something that I've realized a long time ago, but I love the way he says it, and maybe it'll hit home for some of you, that I was told to go get the job and get the college degree that I did, which is engineering, because it makes the most money. What I didn't know, and that I quickly found out after graduating and entering the workforce, is that I was thinking, okay, well, money equals freedom, it equals time. I can make a bunch of money and do whatever I want to. I quickly learned that I was doing the opposite of everything I just told you. I did not have time to myself. I had money, but I didn't even have time to spend it. I was spending it on dumb things because I didn't have the time to go out and enjoy a vacation. Or all my close friends, my close relationships were my work friends because those are the only people that I saw, not people that I actually valued. The coworkers that I was working with that did have kids, they never saw them. They would leave work before their kids would get up and go home to work or come home from work after their kids were already in bed. So like nobody was happy. Obviously, we have to pay the bills. We have to have a roof over our head. Money is important. One thing we need to talk about, though, is how many ways there are to make money online, like the internet, not even online, but just like investing and things in general that don't sacrifice your happiness, like the things that make you happy, like this book talks about. Instead of going to a job where you're working 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., you never see your kids, you make all this money, but you don't have time to go on a vacation. Instead, you have a job where you're getting paid for the actual outcome instead of the hours that you're putting in, or something where you can put a lot of time and effort into initially and then coast, like investments and things like that. There's so many examples, so many ways to do this, but in order to you have to flip your thinking 180 from the go to college, work your life away, get a pension plan that our grandparents are used to.